A lot of real estate investors wonder how to raise private money for real estate investing. Well, I can tell you this, nothing has grown my portfolio faster than leveraging private money and partnering with real estate investors. In this video, I'm gonna walk you through the 5 steps to start raising private money. But be careful to stay to the end, because if you get these steps out of order, it'll kill your money raising for your next deal. Let's go. This is something we don't talk a lot about on this channel, but we're going to continue to talk about more and more and more, because a lot of you are asking, how do I raise money so I can start growing my portfolio faster? My name is Mike Fritz. I'm the founder of Titanium Capital Investments in the multifamily CEO system. And in the past 6 months, we've had the ability to raise $6 million of investor money by leveraging the exact tips I'm going to go over with you today. The very thing you have to do when you're raising private money is you have to build your list. You can't reach out to people until you have their names somewhere to know they're a potential investor. But here's a tip on building your list and making the list of potential people that you could reach out to for money. Don't judge people. Now, I made this big mistake early on in my career. I made the mistake of looking at the kind of cars people drive, the kind of houses people live in, and then decide for them if they've got the money to invest in real estate. Not only is that a horrible thing to do, but it's completely a mistake in the real estate game. Because a lot of people might not value cars, they might not value houses, but they have investments all over the place. I made this mistake early on, and it cost me hundreds of thousands of dollars of private capital money, and I don't want you to make that mistake. Every single person is a potential partner in a deal. And if you treat everybody that way, what will happen is you'll have more people than you know what to do with to invest in your deals. The very first tip is to go through your phone and look at all the contacts of potential people that may be interested in investing in your deal. But be careful, again, reference our previous tip. Don't judge people based on your history with them, based on the kind of car they drive, the house, and how much money you actually think they have. A lot of people have money in the bank to invest in real estate that don't necessarily value the things that would show they have money. As you go through your phone, pick out a couple names here and there that you can reach out to every single week. The way I like to do it is create a Google Doc and go through my phone and pull out people that I think may be interested in real estate investing. Put their name on a list, and then in the future weeks, I'll be reaching out to them with a simple text asking them if they've ever thought about investing in real estate, and I'd be interested in having a conversation with them if that would pique their interest. The second place to build your list is in your social media. I like to thumb through my Facebook friends and see, again, in the same way with a phone, what kind of people are on my list that might be a good connection for a real estate investment. You have a lot of people on your Facebook friend list that may be interested in investing in deals if they just knew you were investing in real estate. Make sure you stick around to the end, because I'm going to give you a tip at the end that's going to shape the entire way you approach this process. And with this mindset that I'll tell you at the end, it'll completely change the way investors look at you, and it'll position you to raise a whole lot more money. Not only going through your phone or your friend list on Facebook, go through any other place you have lists, email lists, other social media lists, lists at your home, people that you've connected with over the years, even business cards you've collected over the years. Collect as many of those names as possible, put them on a list so you can continue to see who you can reach out to for real estate deals. The second tip is to build your assets. Build your assets. There's a couple assets you need in place before you start raising private money. The very first one is you need a website. You need some place where you can send people that shows the landscape of your company, that shows the landscape of who you are as an investor and why they should be trusting you with hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars. The second thing you need is some sort of investor brochure. The reason I like the investor brochure is it emails easily and it can really separate you from the crowd. Quick story about early days when I was raising money. I stepped into a meeting with somebody who had $450,000 to invest, and at that time in my business, that was a lot of money. I had never raised that kind of money. I sat down across the desk from this very high-powered business owner, and he was very interested in investing in one of my deals. At the end of that meeting, as I got up and began to walk away, I said, all right, let's connect. Just go ahead and leave your stuff here, and my company will look over it, and we'll be in touch. Well, the problem was, at that point, I didn't have any stuff. I had nothing to leave him. I didn't have a brochure. I didn't have a website to send him to. I didn't have the assets that proved I was worthy of a $500,000 investment. Think if you were in his shoes, would you invest $500,000 with somebody that had no assets in place, that didn't even look like a real estate investor? Of course not. This is why I want you to get these assets in place. If people are going to invest with you, they want to make sure you look the part before they give you money. The next thing you need is a CRM to gather emails so you can email them on a mass scale and let everybody know what kind of deals you're working on and what kind of opportunities you have for investors. And the last asset you need is a business card. I know you might be thinking, who in the world uses business cards? But believe me, when you're at networking events, especially live networking events, people ask for something that they can take with them. High executives that have a lot of capital to invest really still think business card. They still carry them and they expect you to have them. I know it's weird. I know it seems old school, but creating a little business card that you can hand somebody at a networking event, it's quick and easy. And if it's of value, which you're offering them an investment, so it is, they'll hold on to that card. But having something that you can give somebody is key for live networking events to continue to build your investor list. Before we get to tip number 3, I want to first thank you so much for tuning in today to the content that we're dropping here on how to raise private money. But also make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification so you get notified every time we drop a video. And also smash that thumbs up button. It continues to help us get content out to people. I mean smash it, I mean obliterate that thing so we can continue to help people just like you. Let's get back to the video. Now, after you've made your list of investors and you've built the assets in place, it's time to find a deal, because investors are very leery to say, yes, I want to give you money, without a deal in place. If you walk up to a potential investor and ask them if they'd like to invest in real estate, they're going to ask you, what kind of deals do you have? It's imperative at that time that you have some deals you're working on so you can put specific deals in front of investors so they're not just working on theory. Make sure you watch our video on how to find real estate deals in any market so you can know exactly how to surface deals and great deals so that you can put them out to your investors. After you've built your list, you've built your assets, you found a deal, now it's time to reach out to that list you built. It's time to start reaching out to investors, asking them if they have interest in this specific deal. And I want to make a note here about when you reach out to investors. It is imperative that you come off very nonchalant versus very desperate. A lot of investors, when they start off, they treat every meeting like it's their last investor meeting they're ever going to have. And they really work hard to get that money. I will tell you this, in meetings with investors, the harder you seek to get their money, the harder their money is to get. And I want to tell you a very nonchalant way to reach out to them. If you were to reach out to an investor and say, hey, we just put a property under contract, we need to raise $500,000 to put this deal to bed. I really want to talk to you to make sure that we can connect you with this deal. See, I'm starting to come off desperate. Here's what I want you to say. Hey, John. Hey, Sarah. It was great to see you last week. Just want to give you a quick update. We just put a property under contract. Might be a property that fits what you're looking to do. If you're interested, let me know. We can sit down. I can share the financials with you. If not, no worries. Hope you have a great weekend. That text, that email will get you way more meetings and way more money than coming off desperate to your investors. Let me tell you something. People with money can sense desperation. And desperation is the worst thing for your real estate career when it comes to raising private money from high net worth individuals. And then the 5th tip is to present. After you've reached out to them, you take the people that said, yes, I'd love some more information. You set up a time, and it's time to present your deal to them that you just put under contract. The way I like to set these up is via Zoom, especially if they don't live in the same area, and create a PowerPoint presentation of the deal that I can share my screen and walk them through how the deal looks and what the deal looks like and the kind of returns they're going to get. Now, when I say the kinds of returns they're going to get, you want to be very careful to not overwhelm them with numbers. They don't need to know every expense line of a property. What they need to know is the bottom line of a property. How much is it going to cost to get? How much are you raising? And what's the return on investment to the investor year 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's really what investors are looking for. They don't care how much utilities are costing each month. They care how much money they're making each month. One of the number one things that everyone needs to do if you're going to start raising private money is to rewrite the narrative of how people know you. For example, you might be an engineer, and people know you as an engineer. You might be a CPA. People know you as a CPA. You might be a teacher. People know you as a teacher, a real estate agent. It doesn't matter. How people know you is how they think of you. If you're going to start raising money for real estate, we need to rewrite that narrative so they start attaching real estate investor to your name. If people are going to invest money with you, they need to think about you first and foremost as a real estate investor. And to do that, start posting things on your social media about real estate deals, blogs about the real estate market, deals you're looking at, deals that you've put under contract, relationships you're building in the real estate world, pictures with you with other people that are also real estate investors. You have to rewrite the narrative of how people know you. One of the ways I was able to raise so much money so quickly is because I came out hard and heavy when we launched our capital company that I was a real estate investor. People didn't know me as a real estate investor. I had to switch that narrative. You want to start raising money faster, make sure you switch up that narrative and you'll start raising money much more quickly. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Also, we want to give you a free gift. We have a multifamily masterclass that's free to you. The link is in the description. You click that link. I'll see you in this training and I walk through how to knock down your first or next piece of multifamily real estate. I hope to see you in the training.